What's going on, YouTube community? Welcome back to the Comic Talk. Each and every Wednesday live, twitch.tv/ThereCanBeOnlyVaughn. Uploaded to the YouTubes later. Hey guys, we got our pull list here for April 28th. You know, every time I go like this, I'm literally looking at the date because I just forget it as I'm talking to you guys. It's just like, what is happening? Anyway, something a little different this week. I have a lot more independent books than I do Marvel and DC combined. I can't believe it. I shortened the amount of books that I'm going to showcase to you guys now because I can't just show you everything that I buy, because then you guys are going to be like, damn, that's a lot of books. I mean, granted, I buy a lot of books every week, but it's part of the market, right? Speculation. And as soon as I move from Hawaii, we'll get into that a little bit more. I'll be able to deal, sell and trade a little bit more to my liking than I can now. So we have Marvel up first, DC, then Independence, and then we have some variants and an interesting third print that I'm going to talk to you guys about. Actually, let's talk about it right now. When you go into your LCS and you line up and you see your crowd, the Wednesday crowd, people that get their books right in the morning. Like here in Hawaii, there's people waiting in line for the shop to open at noon. They're out there by 10 a.m. ready to buy their books. Literally, there was like 8 or 9 people that I see them, but they're never there that early waiting to buy books. It's not just like any book. They're there for BRZRKR, and it's just it blows my mind as a comic book just reader in general why everyone gets so hype about a particular book, or just regulars, like, or not regulars, but normal people come out of the woodwork for something that Keanu Reeves is doing. And it's just a weird dynamic that it's like, man, there's so much other good stuff to read. Not saying that the book is bad, it's only one issue in, but I just don't, the hype around it is kind of ridiculous. So I'm not really sure, you know, where we're gonna go with it, why there's so many different variants, why a third printing in foil has to be minimum 65 bucks. I don't know, I heard some people were getting it for cover price. Do you guys have an opinion on this? Just the market in general, and seeing people at your LCS that aren't normal. Preferably, like, how do you wrap your mind around that? Do you like that? Do you like the attention your store is getting, or is it just also weird to you to see hype like that? Anyway, small little rant. I think Dank Comics over on YouTube is kind of rubbing off on me with the side rants, but I love it. Love his content. You guys should go check him out. Let's go ahead and get into the polls for this week. So first up, Marvel book, we have Dan Slott's run on Fantastic Four. I love Fantastic Four right now. Dan Slott's doing an amazing job. I know that there's a particular person in the Twitch chat that I'm not going to mention. He knows who he is, that his ears are going to perk, but for the wrong reasons when you say Dan Slott. But I like Fantastic Four right now. Black Widow issue number 6. Picking them all up because, hey, that's Adam Hughes on the cover, right? So we always pick up our Adam Hughes. We have the Clone Saga, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, issue 25. I picked up a few covers for this as well, but this is the A cover here. And I'll show you guys the back too because of the whatever they're doing with the Clone Saga. I had to pull it out. So there's like this hulking Spider-Man thing for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but it looks awesome. And I bought 2 copies of that. Thick Venom. Thickums. Silk issue number 2. The Adventures of Cindy Moon. So there's that other Miles Morales cover. I guess it got buried here. Pretty cool cover. And that's it that I got to showcase from Marvel. Isn't that crazy? Moving over to DC, we have the cardstock variant for Action Comics 1030. I thought this one was really, really cool. Even including Crypto there. New number 1 this week with Robin, Damian Wayne in his new costume. The deadliest fighters in the world have met their match. Then we have Batman Black and White, issue number 5. This is the week's cover A. Really, really enjoy these covers. They look phenomenal. And of course, Jenny Frison making an appearance. So we had to pick up a Jenny Frison cover. Moving over, we got Harley Quinn, issue number 2, the Chew cardstock variant. Teen Titans Academy, issue number 2. Everyone wearing that X mask there. And then the cardstock variant as well. With the original Teen Titan team, new Teen Titan team, excuse me. Detective Comics 1035, the Lee Bermejo cardstock variant. The cardstock variants are phenomenal. And here we go, more Berserker talk. You know what's funny about this too? The guys in my Instagram, Instagram comic chat are probably gonna roast me because I was like, screw Berserker. But I'm still a comic book fan. I like reading, and you know the first issue wasn't bad. So here's the foil variant of Berserker. I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy no 1 in 1,000 though, you know what I mean? I consider myself a variant guy, but that's too much. And here's the B cover. Every time I hear a Berserker too, I just think of Clerks. Berserker. Mirka Indolfo's Unsacred, issue number 6. Got a little Harley action there, some homage to her, so I don't even know what's going on in that story. That's just a cover by. Witchblood, issue number 2 from Vault. I'm telling you, indies dominated this week. Absolutely dominated. Of course, we got to pick up all the video game adaptations. So, a new miniseries for Cyberpunk, You Have My Word, issue number 1. Poor Cyberpunk. I'll leave it at that. Shadow Doctor, issue number 3, probably one of the better independent books out there from Aftershock. Check it out, based on a true story. New number 1 from Valiant. Here we got a reboot of Shadow Man. So that should be really good if you enjoyed Shadow Man from the 90s. This is like the 3rd reboot or something like that. Another cover by here because it's the incomparable Miss Jenny Frison. Dune House of Atreides, issue number 6. She's just Jenny's absolutely phenomenal. New number 1 from Image here. We got Helm Grey Castle. Seems to be like a D&D style inspired story. Shadecraft, issue number 2. Optioned as a Netflix show. So we'll see what happens with that. I also find that kind of puzzling, where one book is only 2 issues in, and all of a sudden they're like, yep, we're going to make it a Netflix show about it, or just a streaming show about it. And it just boggles my mind, because you want the story to be fleshed out, so why don't you just let it, ride out for a little bit and then develop something? Because now it's like, well, does this production company have all the issues already? They got the whole entire story laid out? Are they going to do something entirely different? Who knows? I'm curious. I don't know. We have Crossover, issue number 6. They're hinting at big things happening in this book. Maybe the end of the first story arc? Maybe? I'm not sure. Spawn, issue 317. Look, listen, you got to pick up Spawn because it's the cheapest book on the racks at $2.99. Can you believe it? $2.99 is the cheapest comic book that you can buy these days. I know there's a sticker that says $120 on it. Disregard that sticker. That book is not $120. That is cover price. And the indie book of the week, which I'll show you, the amazing cover B in a little while. We have Department of Truth, issue number 8. Department of Truth goodness. And then the lady in red with her eyes crossed out. I forgot what she was called. I don't know if she's got a specific name or anything. Alright, and now let's show you guys some of the variants here. So I got duped on this, but because I thought it was J. Scott Campbell, but it's not. But this is G.I. Joe Real American Hero issue 280. But it's like exactly like J. Scott Campbell. So kudos to the artist there, Royal, I think, and Jagdish, I think. That's what it says right there. But I really thought it was J. Scott Campbell. Nevertheless, Baroness on the front cover, always good. We have Robin, the Federici cover. sketch. Looks amazing. Here's that third print foil for Berserker, the one that I was ranting about earlier. Then a trade dress variant. There's also a version of this as well. So it's funny, I ended up buying like a decent amount of Berserker, so that's kind of funny. But again, I'm not paying buku's amount of money for a variant. If it's decently priced or if it's a hot book, like, I'll get it. So here is one of my favorite covers of the week, my second favorite cover of the week, the Bill Sienkiewicz Department of Truth cover. Amazing, pretty graphic, but great cover. If you know Bill Sienkiewicz, I mean, known for Moon Knight and so many amazing covers over the last 3 decades, 4 decades now, if you're counting the 2020s now. And last but not least, the Rose Besch 2D embossed like covers that she's been doing are phenomenal. This might be my favorite cover of the year so far. This is Silk number 2. Just incredible. I'm absolutely in love with this cover. I am probably going to get it slabbed at some point. No time soon, but by the end of the year, this book will be going to either CGC or CBCS. We'll see if it goes to CGC, because I got some gripes with them. Might move my business elsewhere, but we shall see. Guys, that was it. April 28th, the final Wednesday of the month, getting our books going. We're waiting on a couple mystery boxes, some mail call items that I've ordered, a lot of variants, and I got a funny story about the variants as well when we talk about it when they arrive. So expect another video by the end of the week. We'll get this up on YouTube in a little while. And let me know if you enjoyed or have a favorite, or if there's a particular book that you saw and be like, oh, what's that about? Please drop a comment down below, and I'll get right back to you and fill you in on what books, what comics you need to be reading, because reading is cool. You should be reading them. Comics are always the greatest medium for innovation, imagination, and storytelling. Always. I'll always push that. So thank you so much for checking out the video. If you haven't joined the Discord, that is also down in the description below. Join the Discord. Comic channel in there. I'd love to see what you guys are getting for your Wednesday hauls, mail pickups. Anytime you go to a new LCS to let the community know if it's a place they need to check out or order books from, and vice versa. So until next week, I appreciate it. Just laughing because I'm hearing stuff behind me. Mahalos from Hawaii, guys. Remember to always bag and boredom.